In this tutorial, I'll show you how to sketch 3 successful panels for following the Expedia storyline, showing a person looking for accommodations to stay at for the weekend. I'll be using Photoshop on the computer and Photoshop on the iPad. Most students usually follow the Expedia or the GIF storyline. For the GIF storyline, you don't have to use GIF. You could use any product. Just in the first scene, you want to show the person eating that product. And then in the second scene and third scene, you want to see the superpower that that person acquired from eating that product. For Expedia, we want to see either a smartphone or a computer and the destination that you're going to. It doesn't have to be a vacation. It could be a store. It could be you're going to an Airbnb, and the Airbnb could be your house, the place that you live at, your apartment. You don't have to go to an actual Airbnb. Some of you have issues with sketching and drawing, so this video is for you. You want to use photo reference, and I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to use the Expedia storyline for my example. Look up smartphone in hand in Google Images. Find one that you like. I like this one over here, where the finger is pointing at the destination. Make sure your Photoshop is open. Take your browser, pull it to the side, and drag that image into the template. And then move it over into the first panel. Do a Command T to transform, and we'll make the image bigger. Press Return, and then bring the opacity down to 50%. Now let's get an image for the second panel. This person's going to go to a Airbnb for the weekend. I wrote woman in front of house with keys. I really like this image right here, where the person is smiling, holding the keys to the viewer, looking on at what she's doing, and we have the Airbnb behind her. Let's drag that into Photoshop and drop it. We'll put this over here, and we'll bring the opacity down to 50%. Get the rectangular marquee tool, and we can delete the left side of that image and delete the right side of the image. Now we have to have a third scene where the person is inside the Airbnb. You can look up Airbnb person. I really like this shot of this guy all partied out. Let's drag that into the Photoshop template. Command T to transform it and make it bigger. Press Return and then do the opacity down to 50%. We can delete the left side of that image and the right side of the image. Now it's time to draw it. Take the draw here, layer, drag it to the top, save the PSD, Command S to save. If you save this in your Creative Cloud, go to your files on the left side here. Let's move Photoshop over so we can see our PSD here. Open up Creative Cloud again and drag and drop our PSD into the file area here to upload to the Creative Cloud. If that doesn't work, sometimes it doesn't, go into the browser and search for Adobe Creative Cloud Upload Files. Let's click on the first link. Click this little button here with the little dots, and then click on All Apps. Go to Files on the left. See, it looks just like Adobe Creative Cloud. Click on the New button. Click on Upload. Drag and drop here, and then click on Open. You'll see the file uploading down here on the bottom left. It's going to turn into a PSD-C, a Photoshop document cloud document. You can see I use it all the time while drawing my comic book. I use my iPad to draw on all the time. So here it is. It's been turned into a PSD-C. Open up Photoshop, and in your files, you'll see this document. You can open it up and work on it on your iPad. Click on your Photoshop app to open it up. Click on your files, and you'll see your files in your Creative Cloud. The file's on the top left. I'm going to click it. It might take a little while to open. Click this icon on the top right to see the layers where it says Draw Here. I'm actually going to make a new layer by clicking this little plus sign on the right and click on New Layer at the top of that. I'm going to turn off Draw Here, and I'm going to draw on Layer 4. Click down on the brush on the left side, and you can choose from other brushes. I like Animator Pencil. That's this one right here. So my brush can go thin to thick. So all I'll do now is I'll just trace around the objects. There's the first panel. In my Layers panel, I can turn that one off, and now I have a really good sketch. you can add in here the screen of the destination. On this layer, I'm going to draw the woman holding the keys. She has a house on her keychain. That's cute. See how I'm just tracing the shapes that I see. I'm not getting too detailed. I'm just drawing the most important parts. It's up to you what you want the person to wear. She could be wearing a regular t-shirt. I would erase this part here. She could be wearing jeans. We'll show the building in the back here with the door. We want to show the door because the door is where the key is going to go into. I think it took more time trying to find this image than it did sketching it out. Now, instead of having the mouth open like that, it's kind of hard to draw. You want to have that smile. There we go. That's a little bit better. Now we can turn that layer off. Let's go to the next one. We'll draw the woman's face because we're using the woman. Instead of using his hair, we'll use her hair. We'll have her arm coming down like this, and we'll put on the sleeve from the shirt she has. You can use the same hand that he has. What you could do is this. Draw that hand, trace it, and then use the lasso tool and lasso around the hand like this. And then click on the second tool down, which is the crop tool, and turn the hand and then move it so it looks like it's resting on the arm of the couch. Press on the top right, the done button. And then on the bottom left, click on deselect. Looks like she's resting. And then we can draw in the rest of this couch. Let's finish off that pillow right there. And then you can draw in these knickknacks on the shelf in the background too, to give a sense of where this person is. Now let's turn that layer off and let's look at what we have here. We're all done. On the top left, click the little house, and now you'll see a little blue circle with white arrows in it. Now it's turned green with a white check. That means it's been saved, and we can open that up on our computer. Close the iPad. Now open Photoshop on your computer, go to your files, and here is the PSD. Let's click on it to open it up. And that's how you take a PSD, put it onto the iPad to draw on it, and then bring it back to your computer. And that's also how you use photo reference to trace over to show ideas to clients on what you want to accomplish with the video that you're going to film. Your final video may not exactly look like this, but this is the idea that you want to do. Things change after the sketch phase, and that's okay. But you want to have a shot list here to show your client and to give yourself direction on what you need to film.